Good afternoon, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Talking Balls. We're here with the man, the myth, the cameraman. He's here and we're testing the new AVX. So there is a new ball, or a new AVX out this year, and we've given a test on longer drives, lower spin, and
better greenside feel.
Correct. More, and it is softer.
Shall I go if you're messing about?
Yeah, I haven't got a tee.
I'm one up, guys, going into this part of the video. And this is a drivable hole, isn't it, I think, at the moment?
Yeah, so we're going to put it to the test here. Can we get James's ball flight low and penetrating? I'm going to go with yes, we can.
Cut.
Fade as much as you wanted to.
Top side of the green though, isn't it? It's a chip down, we'll take it.
Oh, it's pin high.
And we actually spent some time in the studio or the simulator room here at Woolley Park, so Chris will overlay that for you now and show you the numbers that we found for this golf ball.
Correct, yes. I've always struggled with spin off a driver, so it's getting a ball that doesn't launch too high and spin up. So this ball, I'm going to show you how it compares to the normal Pro V1.
Watch this. Oh yeah, that is on it as well.
It's straight at it.
Nice. Pin high 20 foot.
20 foot, not bad. What a start.
So Chris, a few of the things that we have seen that Titleist are claiming about this AVX seem a bit contradictory, don't they?
Yeah, so lower spin, it's saying longer shots, lower spin with the long stuff, but then more greenside control. And is that for me just...
It actually says more greenside spin, doesn't it?
More greenside spin, I do apologise.
Well,
but
if we're going to say it, get it right.
Well, that's true, one job. But do we... is that just to make it sound like it's the ultimate ball? You know, it does stand for AVX.
Alternative to VNX.
Yeah, come on, get it right, James. Spit it out. So yeah, it's the alternative, but why would you go to it? For me, if you want lower spin on your long stuff, that's great. Like James said in his video, if you've got stronger lofts, you might
like you have.
Unfortunately, like I have, it's going to come out a lot hotter. Is it going to have enough spin? Are you going to have enough control into the greens? It's all right hitting it further, but if you've got no landing angle and no spin control on the longer stuff, which is mostly what we're going to be playing, is it going to help you?
And I find it funny because reading the side or the back of golf ball packaging and boxes, it's almost like being led into a room and being offered everything you ever desire, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
But then how can they physically make a ball that has lower long game spin and more greenside spin? Don't know.
Yeah, so a strange ball for me, the AVX. Again, the dimple pattern doesn't look the same. We'll show that against the Pro V1.
I like the dimple pattern.
Well, it looks different, I'll give it that, but it'd be interesting for me to see how it compares to, with my driver, to the opposite ball, to the Pro V1 that I normally use, because the driver has always been something that I've struggled to control the spin with. Irons has always been okay, but that's the Achilles heel.
But that's not bad, Christopher.
No, not bad. Probably better than I could do with a wedge, to be fair. Right, so pin high here for James.
Do I play it up that bank to go in, or do we go at it with lob wedge? I have found this ball to be quite reactive. Obviously they are new wedges, these as well, but what would you do?
So I'll be flying it most of the way here. The green's wet, it's going to have a little bit of spin even out of the rough because it is a new ball, new grooves. Oh, he's gone a little bit too high and soft. But again, a good drive, a lot lower than normal with the ball flight.
Yeah.
Did you try and knock it down?
Yeah, I did actually, yeah. Yeah, it didn't quite have the fade on it I wanted, but pin high, so
pin
we'll
high.
Take it all day. That's not a good shot, that is. It was too Hollywood.
It's still you as well.
The dead sheep.
The dead sheep. On now.
Right, this could be back to level, Chris, from what was looking like a cakewalk.
Yeah, you've got this for the old birdie, and I've still got one for a Stephen. I'll try and find him and get him on screen. Left to right here. Oh, it was the line as well. I'll give you that.
Still used to those Dubai greens, Chris.
Should have been
First time we've played since we've come back, actually.
Oh dear. Right, 2 for it.
3 for it. You didn't give me that last one. I'll
3.
I'll openly take it as a miss.
A 3 for.
We'd like to see the eagle though.
We would.
That is tame and rubbish. But it's back to level.
It is back to level, but again, Not a bad tee
An
shot.
eagle put a foot short.
Feels great off the putter. Again, a very good ball. We just need to see how it's reacting on the green, more off a mid-iron probably. We've come on to 15 here because we're going to get a good drive away. Should leave us a mid-iron or a longer shot into the green. It is into the breeze.
Yeah.
So we'll see how the ball does into the breeze and then how it reacts into the green. That's a great flight again.
It feels so good off the driver as well.
And it's much lower than usual.
That's massive, and that's straight down the middle of the fairway.
It's massive.
Good luck getting past that one, Christopher.
It's massive, he says. Knuckleball.
Nice.
It does feel ridiculously solid off the old driver. Might be
I
past
still
you.
don't think you're anywhere near me.
Massive. So guys, so far a good ball off the tee, but make sure that when you're searching for a ball, a lot of times when you go for ball fittings, it might be just hitting drivers into a net. You might be saying, oh yeah, it brings the revs down, you know, 500.
The revs down?
Revs? It's like a car. It's
Yeah.
like listening to the Aston.
Yeah.
But it brings obviously your spin down, you have a little bit more control, you might sneak 4 or 5 yards, maybe 10 yards. You've got to think what it's going to do around the greens, because if you then start losing control around the greens, unfortunately, we're all going to miss greens. If we then have to change that, that's going to take longer to get used to than hitting it a little bit further. And if you hit it further, it might just be further in the rubbish.
Right.
I'm going to say it's a wedge.
It is a wedge, and is that a ball further down in the fairway?
Well, I'll undermine in the rough. It would have been past otherwise, I reckon. So again, not a bad drive into the breeze. Left a wedge, 140. So it'll be interesting to see how this reacts on the green. James hit a 9-iron into the first on his video, and we got quite a bit of action.
Quite a bit of action, and then a nice wedge in the second as well.
Yes.
I've enjoyed it for the mid-irons.
Ooh. So
This is like an 8-iron anyway as well, isn't it?
It's not. It's a pitching wedge.
Nice high flight. I expected that to go lower.
Well, I didn't see it bounce. I think it's on.
I think it's on, that one.
Rare delight.
Long old walk, this.
Oh, it's a massive drive, James. It's unbelievable.
It is a big drive in the circumstances of the weather, I think.
All square. We need to fly one in here again. 9-iron?
9-iron, mate, yeah. Probably about the same as your wedge, is it?
Same as the first. No, it's a lot stronger than my wedge.
It's not a lot stronger, is it?
Oh, well, I don't know. We'll have to get the numbers on screen. Right, drawing one in. It's another great flight.
Could be good, couldn't it?
It looks pretty good, yeah. It'd be interesting to see how it's reacted for both of those, because mine was a bit higher than yours, I'd say.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
Tell you what. You've seen
It might
something
be
we
short,
can't
though.
see. So we've got 2 balls on the green there, one closer than the other. I'm going to think that James might be the one just before the flag, and I could be the one long. But we'll see how they reacted. It doesn't look like James might have got any backspin, it might have just jumped forward, so let's have a look. So interesting enough, James is a Titleist 1, which that is, Titleist 1, but it's actually jumped forwards, which is surprising. Obviously we're into the wind, he struck it well and it hasn't spun back, and the same here for my wedge. It will have had a little bit of backspin on there, but it's more just trickled down to the left, so not as much control, but I mean it stopped dead, which might for some be better and helpful, as you'll then be able to judge how far it's going to, or where it's going to stop. So nice and controlled flight though, James.
Yeah, I must say, I think if you're playing with a velocity or a more budget ball, even in the Titleist family, I don't think I could have played those shots that I've played there, because it would have ballooned up. That was quite easy to maintain the control of the flight. This is a putt-off, isn't it, for the match?
It's a putt-off about the same distance as well. This is it. All to play off. All to play off. All to play for. A little bit of right to left here. I've got a bit of, again, I've managed to find a slider.
Yeah, you have.
it's never moved, referee.
I'm not a fan of it off the putter, you know.
Oh,
I think it feels great with driver and irons, but for me, putter-wise, not quite getting the feel that I would like. I can't really put my finger on it either.
sound? Is it the sound? Is it the softness?
It's got to be the sound. Yeah, it's got to be the sound, hasn't it? Sound is feel.
Correct. And that's one big thing about hitting into, doing a ball fitting. If you're doing it into a net, you can't really get a true understanding of how it sounds. Right, for victory. Oh. Oh! I certainly gave it a go. If anything, it was a little bit pacey down there. It came off fiery. Right. We're going to have to do a playoff.
Do we think a bunker shot?
Ooh, a short-sided bunker shot. Let's go. 6 versus 56. Oh, it's a great shot. Oh,
You're not hitting it better than that.
how soft did that one?
Yeah, that was like a butterfly with sore feet, that one, Christopher.
Right. I'll try and be a moth with sore feet. That's all we can hope for.
That is a win for me, gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. He has been Chris Dennis, I have been James Robinson, and that was the Titleist AVX golf ball.
Unfortunately, James has beat me there. He went to the
What
bunker
a shot.
and picked a downhill line, although it was just a bad shot. But guys, that ball, it's one of the balls that,
That ball that's miles away from the flag.
miles away. But it's one of those balls that's in between a Pro V1, Pro V1X. Do we use it? Why would you go to it? Again, it's going to give you a lower spin. So if you are somebody who gets too much spin, it might help you, but make sure it helps you throughout the game. It needs to be good. A good feel on the putter. James didn't like it off the putter. Got the control on
Probably just because they didn't go in.
Probably just because they didn't go in, but make sure you get it out and test it. Don't just hit it into a net, because we need to get out here and see what it actually does on the golf course.